Here's your daily dose of history. These events happened on July 2nd. In 1776, in Philadelphia, the Second Continental Congress votes to declare independence from Britain, adopting Richard Henry Lee's resolution introduced nearly a month earlier. Massachusetts delegate John Adams predicts that July 2nd, quote, will be celebrated by succeeding generations as a holiday with pomp and parade, with shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other from this time forward forevermore, end quote. Adams is mostly right. He's right about the celebrations, but wrong about the day. After 2 days of debates that result in multiple edits, the Declaration of Independence is approved by the Continental Congress, and July 4th, not the 2nd, becomes the day Americans celebrate independence. In 1839, enslaved Africans rise up against their captors on the Cuban schooner Amistad, killing 2 crew members and seizing control of the ship, which had been transporting them from Havana, where they had been taken after their capture in West Africa, to a sugar plantation at Puerto Principe, Cuba. The ship is later captured by a U.S. Navy ship off Long Island, and the Africans' case for freedom goes all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. 73-year-old former U.S. President John Quincy Adams, the son of founding father John Adams, helps argue on behalf of the Africans before the High Court. The U.S. had outlawed the international slave trade in 1808, and the justices rule in 1841 that the Africans had been illegally enslaved and therefore had a right to fight for their freedom. With financial assistance from abolitionist allies, the Africans are transported back to West Africa. One of them, Sarah Margrew Kinson, who was a child at the time of her abduction, actually returns to the U.S. to study at Oberlin College in Ohio, then goes back to Sierra Leone as an evangelical missionary. Director Steven Spielberg chronicles these events in the 1997 film Amistad. In 1937, the Lockheed 10E Electra airplane flown by aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart and navigator Frederick Noonan disappears near Howland Island in the Pacific Ocean during the most challenging leg of their attempted flight around the world. No trace of Earhart nor Noonan has ever been confirmed, but an undersea scan in January 2024 finds a plane-shaped object on the ocean floor about 100 miles from Howland Island. In 1964, U.S. President Lyndon Johnson signs the landmark Civil Rights Act, which outlaws racial discrimination and segregation nationwide, in a nationally televised ceremony in the East Room of the White House. Hundreds of guests, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., are invited to attend the ceremony. In 2005, English classic rock band Pink Floyd performs at the Live 8 concert in London's Hyde Park, reuniting group members Roger Waters, David Gilmour, Nick Mason, and Rick Wright for the first time since 1981, when Waters left the band. It is the last time the four play together, as Wright dies in 2008. Don't forget to check out Today in History in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. There's a link in the description. Which of these events did you find most interesting? I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comments. And I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe to the Learn with Mr. Lewis channel. And there's another great Mr. Lewis video here and another one right here. Thanks for watching.